Hey everybody, what's up? Sir Spookfest here. I'm going to read a few more stories from different states out of this. But first, from last year, I actually gathered up a treasure and I'm going to show you that. I still have to bury it by the time you're watching this. Maybe it's already buried and I'll be putting out clues every once in a while. I'll just show you it. But yeah, it's a lot has happened over the past year, and I just haven't had time. But this thing's full of different coins and trinkets, some knives, different things, a compass. Yeah, the coins in here are actually a bunch of 50-cent coins. There's different knives. There's all sorts of steel pennies from the 1920s. I forget the year on them. Nickels that are old, like 1940s. Yeah, the steel pennies are wheatback pennies. I don't know how well you can see all this, but all the knives and this throwing axe and some of the little trinkets and stuff. This thing is full of coins. So I'm gonna be burying this over the next week or so, and look out for clues. I already have the area where I want to bury it, and it's going to be going in this instead of that so that it stays, so it won't get destroyed, because the wooden box would just get destroyed. And I will put it somewhere where you can find it without a metal detector, but if you have a metal detector, it'll probably be easier to find. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Really cool treasure. I hope that somebody finds it. My issue with it is I might bury this and it will just never be found. But other than that, I think your biggest clue, it's in Virginia, on the East Coast side of Virginia. And that's your biggest clue so far. I am not going to put out anything else. I'm not going to say anything else. But yeah, it's been a long time coming, so that's going to get buried pretty soon. I I've been waiting to do that, and I kind of forgot about it for a little bit. Having a kid, trying to do investigations, trying to do all sorts of different things. Um, I have 4 states that we're going to go through. And these ones, I forget where I was because I haven't done this in a while. So, we have Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Iowa. I'll do those 4. And then, yeah, hopefully I can go out and do some sky watching or something maybe later. I'm not sure what I'm doing tonight, but it should be fun whatever I'm doing next. I never know what I'm doing. It's always random. I mean, it's taken me a year just to bury a treasure. If you are new here and you never heard about that, I did some videos last year, but it's very tricky trying to figure out how to do the clues. I do have a few clues that I already have from last year. Um, it's going to be a weird one. I'll have to go back to the spot and check if anybody found it randomly, too, because somebody could just find it out in the woods where I plan on burying it, which it's out in the woods. There's another clue. Let's start with Illinois. This one is a pretty funny one, actually. Homie the Clown in Chicago. So I know Homie the Clown from Saturday Night Live. Let's see. In 1991, the dawn of Halloween season, a strange rumor began that was to terrify the school children in Chicago, known as Homie the Clown, so named after a comedy character played by Damon Wayans from comedy TV show In Living Color. Oh, it was In Living Color. Uh, the clown was no joke to the child abductor and potential murderer. The modern legend is hazy on details, but features an evil clown who drives his white van in Chicago area, snatching children, either assaulting or killing the children. The story of Homie the Clown instinctively linked to 1990s pop culture and created many headlines at the time of concern for school children. That's a funny one. I didn't know that that was like an actual legend that some killer clown's going around snatching kids in Illinois. Indiana. I've heard of this one. Really interesting one. Indiana, the 100 Step Cemetery. North County Road in Indiana, a 100 Step Cemetery is a popular location for tourists and folklorists alike. So-called 100 steps takes to ascend the cemetery itself. This unusual and dramatic landscape has garnered a host of urban legends inspired by many interments and strange staircase. One such superstition says that if you count while climbing to the top of the steps, then turn around, you will see the ghost of the cemetery's first caretaker. He will reveal himself the nature of your death. Ooh. So he'll pop up and tell you how you're gonna die? I don't know if I want to know how I'm gonna die. If the steps count on the way back down is less on the way than up, the caretaker claim will come true. More sinister still, you miscount or stay off the path, an eldritch hand will drag you to the floor, branding you with his handprint for days. The unusual and dramatic landscape has garnered a host of urban legends. That's the staircase. Now, I've heard that one. If you climb up and then count the stairs and climb back down and count the stairs, you might get, 99 or 98 stairs instead of 100. I didn't know a ghost was going to pop up. But that's Indiana, 100 step staircase, the cemetery. That's a really cool one. The Werewolf of Defiance in Ohio. Defiance County, Ohio. First seen in 1972, Werewolf of Defiance terrorized railway workers of townsfolk alike during the long summer of July 25th, 1972. Ted Davis was working on the railway and looked up to see something terrifying in front of him. He saw an enormous, hairy, 6-foot beast armed with a wooden plank. Before Davis could react, the animal hit him on the shoulder and fled. A few days later, Davis went back and working on the railway with a colleague when both men saw the same creature skulking about the bushes. Terrified and dangerous, the animal was on the loose. The men reported their sighting to the police, eventually opened an investigation after another sighting was confirmed by local workers. Panic grew within the community. While many feared the large wolf, others were terrified of the humanoid werewolf thing in the woods, who was even reported to be wearing jeans. The Wolfman. All of the chaos the sightings caused the Werewolf of Defiance to never be seen again. Sightings of the Werewolf of Defiance made local newspapers and caused mild panic and local curiosity. None of these sightings happened during a full moon, though. That's cool. Alright, Iowa, and I have heard of this one too. So, I have gone out to Iowa and explored an abandoned building. There's some cool stuff in Iowa that I did want to get to. The Axe Murder House, Villisca Axe Murder House. What was the other one? The Farrar School. There's a school there that's haunted, that's owned by some YouTubers. I forget who. But, yeah, I want to get to that Farrar School. This Black Angel is pretty cool. Standing 8.5 feet tall, the Black Angel statue is regarded as one of the spookiest places in Iowa. Grand statue guards over a grave of Eddie Feldervert and Nicholas Feldervert, the child and husband of Teresa Dolazano, an immigrant to the U.S. who entered legal battle over non-payment to the angel sculpture. An immense size and drama surrounding the piece led to local quickly developing their own legends and superstitions about the angel. They believe that anyone who is kissed in front of the angel at midnight on Halloween will die within 7 years. Others say that the angel turns a shade darker at every Halloween, representing another life that the angel has taken. That thing is huge. That's a big angel. This enormous brass angel has oxidized over the years, exposing the elements and gradually turned black. And then there's one little cliff note I'll read to you, but Gore Orphanage. The Gore Orphanage, also known as the Swift Mansion, is a ruined building in Lorain County, believed to be haunted by the spirits of murdered children. Legend says that the building suffered a devastating fire, that the screams of trapped children can still be heard inside the ruins. That's cool. So that's a different orphanage. I believe the school that I was just talking about, the Farrar School, might have been an orphanage or something. I can't remember. But very cool. Yeah, so keep your eyes out, because I will probably in the next couple weeks be burying this thing. And it does have a lot of coins in it, and I would just say, if you want to find this, that check out my Discord, check out my videos. I'll be putting posts out and stuff. I'll probably even put a video out when we go and bury it, and even show the area, because it's not going to really matter. It's going to be woods. But you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed these stories, and yeah, check out some of my other videos. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. I should probably say that more. Have a good one. Peace out.